Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream. This is episode 3, and I'm excited to have you here as we dive into more tech news and Apple updates. If you're new here, this stream is all about giving you a quick recap of what's going on in the tech world with a strong focus on Apple products and news. For today's stream, we've got some great topics to cover. First up, we'll take a look at the new hearing health features being introduced to the AirPods Pro 2. Some pretty exciting advancements on the health and accessibility front. After that, we'll break down Apple's decision or lack thereof to basically discontinue Lightning-based devices in Europe. Saying, this signals a big shift towards USB-C across all their product line. And if you're like me, you're kind of thankful that that Europe kind of pushed this. However, at the same time, do we want government dictating what our tech companies do? Well, we'll get into that a little bit later. Thank you so much for joining. Let me make sure that the chat is up on this side, and just so I can see it. All right. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So the AirPods Pro 2 introduce hearing health features. So Apple's latest AirPods Pro 2 have been enhanced with features aiming to promote hearing health, potentially offering an accessible alternative to traditional hearing aids, which is amazing considering that, this product was released over a year ago. I think over 2 years ago, to be completely honest. I'm not 100% sure there. But the fact that they were able to push this over an update to the AirPods Pro 2, that's amazing. So once again, Apple's latest AirPods 2 have been enhanced with features aiming to promote hearing health and potentially offer an accessible alternative to traditional hearing aids. It provides a hearing test. Users can perform a clinical grade hearing test at home using their AirPods Pro 2. And this is, a lot of people have asked me, is this a separate product that Apple introduced? And no, this is the AirPods 2 that they introduced a while ago. They just introduced a new update to it. So that's really, really cool as far as that goes. Let's continue. I'm still getting used to the whole interface of the live stream. So if you hear me or if you see me pause, I apologize. I'm just trying to get used to it. Brand new to this live streaming stuff. Emma wants a shout out. Emma, apparently, doctor. Well, thank you for joining. So let's continue. Let's see what else is over here. We can say hi. There we go. All right, so let's continue. Users can perform a clinical hearing grade test at home using their AirPods 2 with the results saving in the iPhone's Health app. This feature kind of encourages regular hearing assessments, which are crucial as untreated hearing loss can actually increase the risk of dementia. So there's benefits other than just knowing that you are losing hearing. There's other health issues that we could potentially benefit from just by using that hearing test. So then you also have a hearing aid functionality, not just the test. You have a hearing aid functionality that they actually got approval for. The AirPods Pro 2 can function as a hearing aid for individuals with mild to moderate hearing loss. So basically, the sound settings adjust to enhance, not only clarity, but communication, making everything much more clear for the person that's having the hearing loss. So that's pretty cool. So this development make hearing assistance can be more accessible and kind of reduce the stigma associated with traditional hearing aids. I don't know, that at least these look a little less weird than the first AirPods, like the very first traditional AirPods, not the Pros. So I guess these look a little better in the ear than the ones that had that huge stem at the beginning. So if you don't wear the hearing aids because you don't like how it looks, maybe this would give you a reason to maybe wear them as hearing aids. So at least that's what they're kind of saying. That's what they're going with. So global availability. So the hearing aid feature has received approval in several countries, including the United States and Australia, with obviously more regions expected to follow. This innovation kind of reflects Apple's commitment to integrate health focused functionalities into their consumer devices. So it kind of makes and enhances not only our lives, but our health. So they started with the Apple Watch. Now they're moving on to the hearing aids slash AirPods Pro 2. So it's kind of cool in a way that these tech companies are taking interest. Obviously, there's always money involved. If they can make more money by selling these products, they're going to do it. But knowing that there is more than one reason why they're making these products is kind of cool. Now, the fact that this was added over an update to the AirPods Pro 2 is, it's pretty amazing. This means that Apple had been working to get approved and added all the necessary hardware inside of these guys in order to provide these features at a later date when they were approved. So it's pretty cool that Apple is thinking about these features, they're planning, and then over updates, they're able to execute these updates to then provide more feature and more value to the product. You initially bought these at $250, or if you got them in the sale, around $200, thinking that you got, just some AirPods with noise canceling, and then later found out that there's more features to these things. And they continue to add more features. I think it was last year, they added, what was it? Spatial audio. I think it was spatial audio over the air. So they added a new feature even after they were introduced. They added a new feature to the AirPods Pro 2. So I'm glad that these new features and functionalities don't require you to go buy a whole brand new product slash, Apple Intelligence. That makes you buy a whole new product. But that's a topic for another day. So that pretty much wraps up the AirPods Pro 2 and what I kind of wanted to cover. And once again, I wanted to reiterate that this hearing aid commercial that you see on the TV is not a separate Apple product. It's not a hearing aid by Apple. It's just your AirPods Pro 2. That's what it is. So if there is any confusion about that, I just want to kind of clear this up. It's not a brand new product. It's just your AirPods Pro 2. So in response to the European Union kind of doing their thing over there, Apple has discontinued all Lightning-based devices in Europe. The mandate, which required all products to be USB-C charging ports, and their intent is to reduce electric waste with a standardized charging solution. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool that they have decided or been forced to move to USB-C, but at the same time, do we want the European Union making decisions for, Apple? So Apple will cease all sales of their Lightning devices, equipment in Europe. Affected devices would be iPhone SE third generation, iPhone 14 and 14 Plus, and any Lightning-based accessory like the Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse, including the Magic Trackpad. So these products will be available. They will have to be removed from the Apple online store and several European countries, but will remain in other regions, including the United States. So with this future plan, obviously Apple can't sell, or with this plan or with this mandate, Apple can't sell the iPhone SE third generation. So there is a iPhone SE fourth generation anticipated with a USB-C port. And with that, I'm sure they're going to take advantage of the fact that they have to sell a new iPhone SE and kind of enhance it with maybe like an OLED display. And this device is expected to be in 2025. It's expected to be released in 2025. So, because as of right now, 2024, soon to be 25, they can't sell their most affordable product in the European Union. So Apple, I'm sure it will release in the first quarter of 2025, just because I don't think they'll want to be without the most affordable iPhone out there for a long time. So I would really expect it to be at first quarter 2025, and I think it's gonna have a like huge resemblance to the iPhone 12 and 13 mini. I really think it's going to look something like that. Some people expect it to look more like like an iPhone, like a regular iPhone, not the mini, but the 12, 13, or 14. So we'll wait and see how it actually looks, and we'll go from there. That So that move kind of aligns the EU's effort to standardize charging ports across all devices, aiming to simplify the user experience and reduce environmental impact. How much is it really going to work? Who knows? But we'll wait and see. I'm glad that all Apple products are moving to USB-C. It does make it much more simple when traveling or when just trying to charge any of your devices. And for a long time, you have the MacBook that charges via USB-C. You have your iPad Pros and your iPad Airs that charge USB-C, and you still had an iPhone that charged Lightning, or you still had a regular iPad that charged Lightning, which was extremely frustrating. Glad that we're moving to just a standard universal USB-C. Everybody has to do it. It was heading that way anyways, but I'm glad that it's finally happened. That pretty much wraps it up for today's stream, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you next week. Still trying to decide on what day works best. This week, I decided to do it on Saturday afternoon. I'm not sure if next week I will go back to Friday morning around 9 a.m. Central Time, but I will definitely let you guys know. I'll post it, and I'll also post towards the end of the week what I will be covering. So thank you so much for joining, guys, and I'll see you in the next stream.